Hey crypto fans, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Yes guys, we are going to do another Luna video today. So today guys, we're going to talk all about whether or not we think Luna is likely to recover or not. Okay guys, so if you guys are brand new to the channel and you've never been here before, go ahead and make sure to subscribe to my channel guys and give this video a thumbs up because it helps me out, why not, right? And also guys, go ahead and feel free to follow me on Twitter here as well. You can find the link to it in the description below this video. I like to talk about altcoins, NFTs, all kinds of regular crypto stuff that you'd expect any, crypto YouTuber to be talking about on Twitter. So you might as well go ahead and give me a follow, you guys, because I'll be here for the long term. So guys, we're going to talk all about Luna today. There's been a few developments overnight about Luna, and I want to talk about them a little bit here, okay? Now, obviously, you guys, I do want to reiterate here real quick, as I did in my last Luna video, I'm not a Luna expert, okay? Nor have I ever claimed to be. I'm not an expert in Luna. I'm not a cryptocurrency expert. I'm literally just a guy who loves cryptocurrency. I'm a long-term altcoin holder. I've been in this market. I've been holding altcoins since about 2017. And, hey, this is a long-term thing for me. And I'm literally just a guy who loves cryptocurrency and makes YouTube videos for fun on cryptocurrency, you guys. And, based on my own experience. So guys, we're going to talk about price action here a little bit before we get started into everything that I want to show you, okay? So we're going to look into price action a little bit, and as we can see here, you guys, we've got Luna here on the daily chart, and oh, good God, it looks like complete crap. Complete straight dead waterfall down. So this was pretty interesting to see, to be honest with you guys. When this started to happen, I'll be honest here, you guys. I personally didn't have very much money into Luna. And it's a little bittersweet because there was a time back a little while ago where I thought to myself, I should probably buy into Luna for the long term. And I never did. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because obviously then, I'd be stuck in this position where I'd be out all my money. But, it's a bittersweet type of thing here. But realistically here, you guys, there is a fine silver lining here, okay? And we'll talk about that a little later in the video, but I want to talk about price action here a little bit. As we can see here, you guys, long term here, obviously we can see here, I'm a MACD RSI trader, as we can see here, based on, basic MACD and RSI fundamentals. I mean, we can clearly see here, you guys, that it's got a little way, I mean, it's definitely way oversold. It definitely needs to start going up, but again, guys, that's probably not likely to happen until there's a lot of trust that needs to be said with Luna right now. I think most people aren't going to be buying into Luna for a little bit until people start to trust it a little bit more. So realistically here, you guys, Luna right now at this moment in time, okay, literally this moment in time, I'm not talking about tomorrow, I'm not talking about the next day, I'm talking about right now, okay? At this point in time, you guys, Luna does not look like a very solid long-term position, okay? Unless you've got some extra cash that you can afford to lose in the long term, okay? If you've got extra cash and you don't mind potentially losing it in the long term, hey, have at it, go ahead, buy it at some super cheap prices right now and, buy $100 worth or $1,000 worth if you can afford to lose it, why not, right? Treat it as a lottery ticket position right now, you guys. Don't treat it as a legitimate long-term position, okay? Treat it as literally like a lottery ticket, okay? Because that's what you do with lottery tickets. You buy them. You don't think you're going to win, but you're buying them based on the fact that you think you might win. And that's the whole point of investing in, and buying into lottery tickets. So have that same mindset when you're buying into Luna here. Okay. Now, guys, the same thing is true with, if you were trying to trade it right now, okay? So we're going to look at it from some shorter time frame charts. We'll take a look at the 1 hour. Holy smokes, this looks insane. This is kind of funny looking, actually. I have never seen a chart look like this before. This is pretty insane. Actually, it's kind of funny, to be honest with you. So yeah, we'll look at this 1 hour chart real quick. Holy smokes, as we can see here, looking at this on the MACD down here, this is pretty insane. We've got some pretty insane action going on right here. This is nuts. Okay, let me make this a little bigger, see if we got something going on here. Okay, so as we see here, you guys, from what I can see going on here, realistically, there's nobody trading this right now. I mean, as we can see here, every single one of these bars, I mean, every single one represents an hour. And for the last however many bars that is, however many hours that is, there's literally been like no volume. There's nobody doing anything. And I think a lot of that has to do with, a lot of exchanges that have been, halting trading. And, they, a lot, Luna themselves, they, they pretty much disabled their blockchain, I guess, or something like that. So, nobody could trade or anything like that, whatever. So realistically here, you guys, I mean, as they start to kind of slowly dig themselves out of the mess, I think you may be able to start trading this, but it's going to be extremely volatile, you guys. So again, here, you guys, if you are in that position and you do think that you are good enough to actually trade, the Luna market, hey, I'm pretty sure that when they, when they start releasing some better contingency plans as far as what they're going to do in the long-term future with their project, you guys, pretty sure it's going to start, gradually going up slowly but surely. And, at that point in time, you guys, that may be a good time to, rack in some small short-term profits if you can catch them. But again, you guys, that's only if you can afford it. Okay, if you can afford to lose it, then do it. Take the chance. Why not? Who cares? But again, guys, only if you can afford it. If you really cannot, obviously, here's the thing, you guys. There's a lot of people that look at this and they're like, oh, I can afford it because I got $100 in my back pocket. No, you cannot. If you have debt or something else that money can go towards instead, hey, pay off those debts, pay off something else instead. Don't waste your money on something like this that is super risky, okay? It's just not smart. It's really dumb, okay? So, guys, in addition to that, you guys, aside from price action goes, so clearly we can see short term here, nobody's doing anything with it. And as we can see from long term here, you guys, again, nobody's really doing anything with it right now. Nobody really wants to touch this coin, not even with a 10-foot pole. It's just a little ridiculous right now. It's way too risky for anyone. But we're going to look into this a little bit. So literally yesterday, I did a video on Luna yesterday as well. And DoQuan or StableQuan had not posted this yesterday. And so as we can see here, you guys, they do the StableQuan, he or she or whatever it is, they keep in touch with the community extremely well. And it is awesome to see this, okay? This is what is going to help the whole Luna community, or the whole Terra Luna community, grow more trust in people again in the in the long-term future, you guys. Okay, this is not typically what we see from a typical rug pull. Okay, typical rug pulls, you've got your developers of the projects where they literally just pull the rug out of the underneath the project and they're just gone. You never hear from them again. They've closed all of their social media accounts. You never hear from them ever again, you guys. That's not the case here, okay? These guys clearly know that they effed up, and they clearly know that something happened that they didn't expect, and they clearly feel bad, and they clearly want to do better and do better by their investors. So I truly believe that they will be able to, come out of, the position that they're at in the long-term future, you guys. Whether it takes, 1 year from now, or whether it takes 3 years or 5 years, hell, maybe it takes 10 years for them, whatever. If I truly believe that, if they continue on the path that they're at, as far as keeping in touch with the community and really doing something to make people feel good about potentially reviving the whole ecosystem, I really think that they'll be able to pull out of this. Maybe not as high as where they were before, but I do think they will be able to pull out of this long term, realistically. As we can see here, you guys, StableQuan, he ended up posting a very long thread of all kinds of different things that they want to do. Clearly here we can see that it says here there are multiple proposals on Agora on the best steps to move forward for the community. After having read many of them, he's put down his thoughts of what he thinks the best steps are. So we'll click that. I already got it open up here, so we'll take a look at that in a little bit. But as we can see here, you guys, also on the Luna Twitter page, they've also been great at keeping in touch with their community as well. So 2 days ago, they posted, when should Luna publish its recovery plan? Today, next week, or now? Clearly, people want to see it as soon as possible, which is, obviously the case, no doubt. Everybody wants to see it. StableQuan, this was literally 1 day ago that he posted this, or, that they posted this. So we'll check that out real quick. Clearly, this is the Terra ecosystem revival plan that they've got going on. I'm not going to read this word for word. That's going to be extremely boring, and nobody wants to sit through that. So if you want to check it out, come to, go to DoQuan's, or go to Twitter and find this guy, StableQuan, and come to his most recent post, or one of his most recent posts, and you will literally see the link in there for Terra ecosystem revival plan. You click on it, it'll come here, and as we can see here, you guys, these got what he lays out, what he thinks where the project could go in the long-term future, which is awesome to see. I love this, you guys. I seriously love this. This personally makes me have trust in this project long-term. Do I feel comfortable buying into it right now? Hell no. Will I buy into it right now? Hell no. But if it, if it starts going in the right direction and, in the short-term future here, within the next, maybe 6 to 12 months, yeah, I might be open to the idea. But let's check out some of these comments that people have been writing in here, you guys. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of people who have been talking a bunch of smack about Luna, and rightfully so. Obviously there's a lot of people who lost money. When people lose money, they get upset, they get frustrated, they get, quite frankly, they get really, they get pissed off. So, I did see some of that in the comments down here, and I just want to reiterate here, you guys, it is not, like stablecoin, it is not his fault, okay? I mean, things happen, you guys. I mean, things do happen. And you have to remember here, you guys, when you are investing into a project, it is your responsibility. Nobody is responsible for your money other than you, okay? You are responsible. So you can't blame other people if you end up losing money, okay? If you end up losing money, that is your own fault, okay? Clearly, you have to do research. You have to look into literally everything. There's all kinds of different aspects to look into a project before you should be investing into it. And that's why this is very important that you should do your research before buying into projects, you guys. Because as we can see here, there's a lot of people who are commenting on this that are basically saying things along the line of, oh, it's your fault, we want our money back type of thing. And it's like, no, it's not. It's not Terra's problem. It's not Terra's problem that you lost money. Like, this is an investment. If you invested into Facebook and Facebook dropped, by $50, the next day, do you really think Facebook's going to pay you what you just lost? No, that's not how investing works. It doesn't work that way. I mean, you literally can't come in here thinking that people are just going to give you what you owe just because you lost. Like, it just doesn't work that way. There was one specific comment I saw in here. Yeah, I hold UST on Binance. What should I do? My money is more than 90% negative. Please don't ignore my message. I use my family's money and made my mother sad. I want an answer to tell my mother. Okay, seriously, this is nobody's fault. Like, whoever this guy is, this is nobody's fault but his own. Like, honestly, like, nobody forced him to buy into Terra Luna with apparently his family's entire life savings. I mean, that is a choice that you make personally. That is nobody else's fault. And this is what really aggravates me and what really bothers me. People are not willing to take responsibility for their own actions. Think about stablecoin here, you guys. Imagine how this guy feels. His project literally just dumped, okay? His project literally just dumped, and he just lost the respect of 780,000 plus people, you guys, okay? Now, to say that this guy should deserve to get his money back, that is pretty self-centered and pretty shallow in my personal opinion. That's just, it's terrible. It's disgusting to see. But overall here, you guys, as far as Luna goes, as far as the investment goes, I personally believe that this guy, Stablecoin, I believe he's a good guy. I believe he's really out to make this project the best that it possibly can be. And I truly believe that Terra Luna can eventually come out of this in the long term. Whether it's 1 year from now or 5 years from now, hey, things take time. I personally think that if they just focus on the things that really matter rather than focusing on the things that don't matter, I think they will truly be able to come out of this in the plus side, you guys, overall long term. But overall, you guys, I think that pretty much does it for this video with those. So I will go ahead and wrap this one up, you guys. But again, before you guys leave, go ahead and make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a new crypto and altcoin video from me on a regular basis, you guys. And also, you guys, with that said, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the comment section of my future videos, you guys, or chatting with me here on Twitter.